last year we said everything and then we don't see result. How can we pay for something and we don't see a favorable result? Whenever people don't see favorable result, the only thing that makes sense for them to do is to review the process, whether there was a mistake. If today a DNA is done and it shows that that child belongs to Mohbad, many people will disagree. They will ask, where was the DNA done? And you have to tell the public where it was done. It is not a bad thing. You will even ask, who is the doctor who do it? Which country was it done? And you have to tell public where it was done, because that is not the expected result. The only way they can calm down is when they go and review the process and see that truly is correct. Or they may even want to go and do another one for the autopsy. That is what I expected. I expected us to review where autopsy was done, toxicology was done, and let people who are interested to go there and make inquiry whether truly it was done there or not. All of this is the only way we will now calm down. But when you ask questions, don't show it, don't do it. They just keep destroying everything. Is there something they are hiding? And that is where I get angry. And telling me that I shouldn't be angry. Did I ever say that Aloba should come and return back our money? I never said so. If I wanted to take my money, I contributed to the GoFundMe. If you check it, you will see my name there. And I've been saying it, I think this lady was trying to misinform public recently that PAPARIANO has taken his money from GoFundMe. I have never taken any money I contributed to Aloba, and I'm not interested. I have invested into justice, and I've invested into a good thing as a good citizen. The only thing I expected, I have done my part. I expected Aloba to do his own part. Him not doing his part is where we have issues. And calling him up, calling him every time to do the needful is not too much. It is not too much. It is not too much. And him refusing to do the needful, then we are going to come for him, call him names, drag him, make him restless. Let me show you guys something. If you go to Google, just type GoFundMe. GoFundMe for Mohbad. There's only one that you will see there. And that is what I want to show you now. And then you scroll. You will see $26,000. Let me bring it out. There is currently misinformation. There is currently misinformation to the whole public that PAPARIANO has collected his money and they are lying from the pit of hell. I will never, and I have never collected any money I contributed to Aloba, neither to the assets nor to this particular GoFundMe. Okay, so when you get there, let me scroll it to PAPARIANO. Okay, let me scroll it up. Scroll it to 1 year. Let me scroll it so that I can show you. 1 minute. They do everything. They don't want to be questioned. We question the government, we question everybody. How come when it comes to you, but Mohbad, nobody forced you to take charge of this case? We only wanted Berekete. That's why we all cry for you to go to Berekete. When you got there, why did you divide the case? Why are you telling Berekete, do half, I will do half? Baba, which half do you know how to do? Let who can do it do all. And if he fail, we will not have much reason to doubt him. One, he's neutral. And we will review the process, whether it was correct. There's nothing but to review the process whenever there is error. Whenever there's unexpected result, there's nothing but to review the process. The simple thing that we demanded for the autopsy, and we became an enemy. They say it's asking for accountability. Let me, 1 minute.
PAPARIANO, we've seen it too. We know that you didn't take your money.
I want to show people. I want to show people. 1 minute. I want to show people.
IT guy took his money and his name was removed.
IT guy took his money. I don't know about that. Me, I want to show.
He even said it on your platform that he took his money and now gave it in Naira to Access Bank. That's what he said he did.
Me, I want to even show my own. I want to show my own. Let me scroll. I want to show my own. I want to show my own. Guys, I'm scrolling. If you are there, you can also scroll. I am scrolling and I want to show my name. So let me get it. 1 minute.
I've seen it.
Yes. And please, those of you who are bloggers, I will encourage you bloggers. Please, If you can go there, copy it and post it on your page, that will be very good. Okay? Yes, bloggers, go to GoFundMe, scroll down to 1 year, you see Papariano, $200. It's still there. I have not collected it and I will never collect it. And I was the only host who contributed at the time. Most of all these hosts, they have no money.
You can put me on the big screen, Papariano. Put me on the big screen.
Okay, do you have it there?
Yep.
Yes. Please. Thank you very much. Somebody take a screenshot of that. Okay. Or in fact, somebody record me. Let me say this. So to everybody, right? I want to say this. Papariano has never ever withdraw any money being paid to either GoFundMe or to Access Bank. Neither have I encouraged anybody to go take back their money. The only thing I've been asking is, how was this money spent? Because the result that was given to us is an unexpected result. Like I said, if DNA is done today and DNA doesn't bring expected result, people will ask question that which doctor performed this DNA? Where was it done? They want to review the process to see whether there was a mistake, or they may even want to go and do another one. I wanted 3 different autopsies to be done in 3 different places. And that's why I've continued to challenge the past autopsy and toxicology. And we've been asking questions, but not transparent answer. The family are not proud enough, they are not confident, they can't post out the results. What are they hiding? And this creates suspicion. Tell me whether I'm not within my rights to ask question to a place I pay to. I have every right and I will not stop. And I've been insulted. So many things have been done to me in the name of Aloba. And in response, I will make Aloba restless. In response, I will make, nobody forced me to pay. I paid because I have good conscience. And in my good conscience, I believe that the father of the deceased too should have a good conscience. If I have a good conscience, I care about Mohbad and I'm doing the needful. And the father of Mohbad, who is the actual father, is not doing the needful. I am going to discipline him. I'm going to call him out same way we are calling out every other person. One reason why they are calling out Mohbad mother today is because she's not doing the needful. Because I've always asked you that question. Why are you insulting Mohbad mother? Why are you insulting Mohbad wife? Why are you insulting Mohbad brother? They said because they're not doing the needful. Because they're not doing the needful. Did they force you? Did they tell you to come and join? No. But because your common sense tell you that they should do what is right. Right? So my common sense tell me that Aloba should do what is right. Okay? And I will insist. I will make sure until he comes to his senses. Ignorance will never dominate. We will never let Joseph Aloba, right, play public and go unpunished. We will never let that happen. So that is it. Am I communicating?
Yes. You are communicating. Confi nyash do open. Confi ole. Ah, Confi can lie. Confi you can lie. See now, this woman can lie. She thinks the way she's very cheap. That's how everybody are. Imagine 200. Papariano did it with his heart. Everything we have done for this justice, not even because of justice for Mohbad. Me, as personally, I can never give anybody money, and no matter what you do to me, that I will say, give me back that money. I can't. So I can't talk of this kind of movement where someone have lost his life, a young boy like that. We are willing to do anything.
Okay, wait,
just to get this boy justice.
Let me ask this question.
Yes, Papariano.
Wait, let me ask this question. Okay, 1 minute. I want to believe you can hear me. Jack, do you think we are within our rights to ask Aloba for accountability? Can you hear me, Jack? The man in the account, Truth Hurts. Can you hear me? Truth Hurts. Jack, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Do you think we are within our rights to ask Aloba for accountability or not? Go on.
100%. But can you just please give me like maybe like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, please?
Good. All right.
Okay.
Magistrates, did you contribute money to Comfy? Did anybody contribute money to Comfy?
Godisi, wait, please. Wait.
Nobody. Wait. Nobody contribute money to Comfy. Go on, Godisi. What next?
Okay, when you say Comfy only,
Magistrate, wait, please. Go on, Godisi. What do you say?
No, magistrate said Comfy only. Only. I was like, did she contribute money to Comfy?
Okay, now the reason why she said Ole is because Comfy has been misrepresenting the fact, which is the truth, the fact that I paid to the GoFundMe and I didn't take back my money. So she's shaming Comfy back that you see your life, you've been exposed, that you're a liar, you are a thief.
Okay. The way she said, like I thought she contributes money to Comfy. That was why.
No. She's shaming Comfy. When you call somebody Ole, sometimes like it's not necessarily because they're Ole. You are just telling them in response to what they have said, that they are liars and they are thieves. It's basically.
I don't expect anybody to even defend because she calls everybody.
No, I am not defending now. She better ask a question. I thought she contributes money to her.
No, everyone don't think equally. Everyone don't reason equally, please.
No. I'm not castigating her. I'm just saying that woman calls people all sorts of names without any proof. Like now, she did not check to see that PAPARIANO's name is still there. She started bandying it around that he has collected his money. That's why is it making noise about contribution to Baba? After all, he collected his money. I've heard her say it so many times. And it's wrong. It's not correct. And I know that it's not true. And a lot of people know that it's not
and
true. How many times are you going to have the
for you guys to hear Comfy saying that I've collected my money, fighting so hard.
Yes. So what's the problem? That is talking that he has at least collected his money.
None of these hosts contributed. I was the only host, and I contributed, and I let people to contribute with integrity. The GoFundMe was not moving. Let me play it for you 1 minute.
I can't see their name.
They are only at the receiving end. They have no integrity, and they only take, they don't gift. When was the last time Gracie gifted somebody anything? This used to be Comfy, any of them. They only taking. They don't give. They don't. They don't have any record of giving. They don't. And they are benefiting on their lobby. That's why they don't want anyone to disrupt where they are making money from. That's their
I would like to see the Access Bank to see whether there is a still Zuluri donation there. Like,
you will not send any of them. None of them. No hosts. No hosts. I challenge any host who paid to the GoFundMe to come out. They will say, I can't talk about it. I can't brag about it. Nonsense.
PAPARIANO, you know a lot of people have they contribute money to them. So when I heard that statement, I was like, did they contribute money to Madam Comfy as well? That was why I asked that question. It's not as if I'm trying to defend her. No. Understand me? So I don't want anyone to get me wrong.
For Godisi, even in my death, you should know that I will never contribute money to Comfy. Even where I'm not alive, just know it is over my dead
I'm
body.
surprised too when you said Ole. So I have to ask. Did you contribute money to her?
No, for example, Godisi, you know that most of these people that call Yomi Ole, they have never given him a dime. You understand? But they call him Ole every single day. And even when people ask them, should you go for Yomi? They can never give my money to him. I'll down this and that. These people have not donated to MOHBAD'S. They are calling her names. Even many of the people that are even fighting for accountability, many of them did not even give pay money into any GoFundMe or Access Bank. The people that started accountability, they are always
delete them. Our secret expose deleted that video, the one I played about chairman and Comfy, I think yesterday or 2 days ago.
Which one? Who deleted it?
I'm asking, I don't know. Secret expose deleted.
It's there now. It should be there.
They deleted. You know, some of these people, I don't know why.
This one. All right, guys, let's hear this. Let's hear.
You are my friend.
Everybody hear this.
Yes, can I get small money, dear? Fine.
Let's hear this.
Now, this is where I'm going to. Chairman, you were pained to your bone marrow because they removed your hands and Crunch Queen's hands from, what is it called, from GoFundMe. Okay? Because you want to oversee their affairs and everything, how money goes in and goes out of that account, of that GoFundMe, how everything went. But unfortunately, wọ́n gba yín yọ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Because of you want to do your mago to that GoFundMe, you know that you will get money from there. But unfortunately, wọ́n gba yín yọ. Okay, I know that now financially your financial strength is weak. Okay, assuming that you are still on that GoFundMe.
Paparano, you should be letting him be seen.
Because you are too desperate.
When you said your financial strength is weak, you should have laughed there because they removed their hand from GoFundMe, so their financial strength is weak.
If Golden Seal is there, Golden Seal will ask her, how do you know that their financial strength is weak? That's the people like Comfy. Tell anybody about something about Comfy. They feel a bit. Boy, I won't boo. They feel a bit. Olori buruku ni Comfy. She's a very useless lady. Okay, anything about Comfy, whether right or wrong, she deserves everything. She's a very useless human being, and she's failed completely. She's failed.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're stressing out about it. When I heard that, I was laughing. I was laughing.
I mean, I was laughing too. I just put Paparano to laugh.
Paparano, ironically, those two guys are PhD holder and they're professional. They have their own job.
Actually, remove themselves.
Of affairs of that GoFundMe. Kò sí ni owó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa yọ sí yín lọ́wọ́. Okay, because of your desperation. So you can see now.
Because of desperation, my sister, not desperation.
The question question. Madam Comfy, hold on. Chairman, you know hold on, Madam Comfy, you just made one thing. You said something now. Chairman, please mute. You just said something now. You said because both of them that they were not allowed to do whatever they want to do on the GoFundMe. That is the reason why they were removed, because they know that money will come into their hand. Okay, if that's the case, should we now say those who are there now on that GoFundMe, that is the same reason those ones too are there, because of the mago they want to do?
Let me tell you, that GoFundMe is transparent. The GoFundMe is transparent. Nobody can take money from there without people knowing. And what Chairman and Crunch Queen wanted to do then was to be at the head of affair of this Access Bank, Wema Bank, all these banks. Why? Because they want to steal ni. They want to steal. Wọ́n fẹ́ jalè ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ wàṣù lóru ni. So that was the reason. And I'm saying it here because your desperation is too much. Yes, it is too much. Why they ṣe kekiri? Since then, don't yọ yín lẹ̀ ṣe so you can't sleep, you can't do nothing. You cannot even, no analyzing of justice for Mohbad. Only money. Your means there that collect the public money. So this pressure that you mounted on Mohbad, did you want it on your me?
Okay. I love this conversation. Listen, I love this conversation, and this is a very. Hold on. This is a healthy conversation. Hold on. Comfy. Okay, Comfy. I've heard you. Thank you. I've heard you, and I love this healthy conversation. And don't let us come at deep as close. Let us have conversation as adults, right? So that all right. Listen, March 2024, when this GoFundMe was set up, don't shake bass, don't read the anything. I think it was around $100 or $200 or something that was there. You move. Nothing is happening. People do not want to contribute.
Take note of that. Tico move. People did not want to contribute.
Papariano say lie, say no to go fraud me as he claimed them everywhere. No, people do not want to agree. Okay? And I think I remember that time I was on Papariano, and I said, and I came on, and that was the first time I came on that platform. I said, guys, I've been hearing these things about this GoFundMe. Integrity issue, trust issue, people do not want to do this. And this man needs this money. We can't say we want justice if there is no fund. We are not going anywhere. This man needs to do his own autopsy. He needs to do his private investigation. He needs to come to hire his lawyer. All of these things needs money. And if you are saying you are not going to contribute and you are saying you want this man to do this thing, then we are shooting ourselves in the leg. We are not going anywhere. And I said, okay, guys, if this is the problem, okay, I will volunteer myself, okay, to be an intermediary between the public and the funding, so that whatever happens, the public will be made aware in Conscious law. That will satisfy everybody. Whoever that was on that platform should come and debunk me if I'm lying. So based on that, they say, hey, you said we should hold you. You said this. I said, yes. Hold me. Hold me. Whatever happens, you will know. Hold me. Okay? And I think that day, Papariano dropped $200. Every other person began to drop money. Okay, fine. There's someone we can hold to give us accountability if anything goes wrong. Myself, Crush Queen.
Why he collected but he came out to say he collected his $200. He collected it.
No, leave it. We are going back to the genesis so that people can.
He lies.
He said, I came out to say I've collected my money. Can you see? I came out to say. Can you see? They're just so pained that I want to spoil their business. And I will keep repeating this again. One reason why Papariano, I didn't subscribe to Berekete was because Berekete, a case was brought to you. I expect you to tell Aloba to let go every other person and stick only with you if truly he want the case to be resolved. Or otherwise, leave the case for Aloba. Don't do half. This way I have issue Berekete. This is the reason I was against GoFundMe. I said, but MOHBAD, there's no GoFundMe for you. Go back to Berekete and leave this case for him. But people want to benefit from the GoFundMe and benefit from Access Bank. They keep fighting against me until today. Those are the gangs that you see. They're against accountability. They're against everything. Because if it comes down to that, they will be exposed. How the money was spent, they will be exposed. And that's why they are fighting so hard. It's for their own interest, not because they love Aloba.
And this is the reason about the asset, the other bank and women bank and all that. It's not about who wants to get their money back. It's about they want to see how that money was.
See, nobody will ever get their money back. How will he contribute and say, I don't know how to do that. How will you contribute money? See, in fact, that was why I was against Sholake. When Sholake, he kept saying that how Baba can refund money. Refund what? The only thing we want to do, we want him to be exposed. We want people to know whether this man mean well or not. And simple. That's what we want.
Paparano, you see how these people lie with so much confidence is one thing that I can never get over in this justice for MOHBAD. Especially on TikTok. People will come out and beat their chest knowing that they are lying. They will tell this lie and they will, they don't even care. They don't even look over their shoulders. That woman came out and said, Papariano has collected his money. He came out to say it. Where? She should play it now. She knows how to play.
I said so.
And so she should play it where you said it now.
I said
she should
so.
play
Can
it.
you imagine?
She can't play it.
One market kuni. One market kuni.
Oh, go fi $10. Could you have 10 cents less?
That's not the bone of contention.
Otherwise, she should show evidence that she paid money.
Because of that commitment to the public.
And they have even finished spending that money anyway. Zero balance. No one to go for me. So you know. Zero. What you wore everything.
From one platform to another platform to another platform. Go from a Benny Kidakara.
Remember, it is not only.
Hold on, now let me finish. Let me finish now. Remember,
it is not only Crunch Queen. No,
okay.
I was watching it on my pages on Facebook, on TikTok. Everybody.
I get your. Hold on.
Please. I get that point.
She said she was posting the page promoting on her Facebook. I wonder why she has not promoted Barrister Michael. Why is she not putting Barrister Michael account on her Facebook and on her TikTok to promote him? She believe in Barrister Michael. I don't fracas
They have not given her instructions to do so.
You know, let me even stop it. You know,
she has not been instructed.
You know, I've said this thing right. I said that where we are right now, there are only very slim chances of getting just Mohbad, if none. Right? The family don't want justice. We can see the behavior of the government, right? Why is anybody coming out with assurance right now, calling for massive contribution that they want to go and do something? What do you want to do? Autopsy has been done. It says inconclusive. This case is been to National Assembly. This case is been to every part of this country, from Nigerian embassy, home and abroad. Tell me, right? Probably the only thing we should keep hoping for is maybe a whistleblower should come forward one day with something more tangible, and this will, this will change the course of things. But for you to keep saying everybody come and contribute massively, if you are not contributing, you are against justice. I say, what is this nonsense? What is this? What is all of these things? And whenever especially me, whenever I just say something, whatever I say becomes a problem. Shouldn't I analyze anymore? Is this platform not known for analysis? This platform is known for analyzing or for analysis. So why shouldn't we? Why should I not talk? Why? So I should keep my mouth shut, and I should see you guys. I should be watching you guys misleading people and scamming them, right? That's not gonna happen as long as I'm here.
They should show their own invitation letter now to Justice for Mohbad.
So you understand?
If anybody can analyze it, it is nobody's.
I mean, if I'm convincing people, don't do this, don't go here. It is up to them to see, to make it make sense. If it makes sense for them, fine. Do you think I will hold their hand? The best I can do is to mute people or block people, and I don't block them in life. Their life goes on. Why all this attache? If I advise you, I say my things. If energy don't mix, we both will part ways. I mean, should we be crying over, hey, this person said this, that person said this? Come on now. And what's up, Jack? I hope you are fine now. I think 10 minutes is over. I want to ask you questions, maybe about DPP. Because I think you are very good at DPP. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good, Papariano. What about yourself?
Yes, I'm very good. I'm very, very good all the time.
No, that's good. The other morning last week, I couldn't come up because I was getting ready for work. So that was why I didn't come up. But
or did I block you?
No. No, and I was actually laughing when you said that. When you said Jack will not come up, like he's running away from me, so I was like, I actually wanted to come at that point, but if I had come up, it wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been like put together because I was really like trying to I was already a bit late because I'm still gonna drive for like.
Let me ask something. Do you think we are doing anything strange in this platform?
Do I think what?
I mean, from your understanding and perspective of things and of life. Like you've been on this platform for a very long time. Do you think we are doing anything strange on this platform?
I wouldn't. No. I won't say.
Have you ever suspected this platform or probably me to be working against the cause of justice?
No. I've never suspected that. But okay. Now let me try and put my thought together now.
All right.
Yeah. To be honest, no. The answer is no. But I think that I think because a lot of things have happened in this movement, and and now the emotions are really like high, and I think again, because of everybody's zeal to get this justice, because of our the tenacity, the love for justice, for this guy Mohbad. So I think everybody is now sort of like everybody's sort of like I don't know how to put it now. We are failing to understand one thing, and that thing is we shouldn't allow emotions to. When I say emotions, I don't mean being like we are being emotional. No, but what I mean is let us try to separate reality from delusion, or from something that won't happen. To be honest with you, Papariano, personally, me, I've never had in mind that you're working against what's it called, Justin. Never. I wouldn't. I don't think like that, to be honest. And I don't think I'm not the kind of person that would say the normal thing that people say, that, oh, this person is anti-justice, because I don't know the basics, the yardstick that they're using. I don't even understand why I would start calling anybody anti-justice or anybody justice. No. The basic thing is I just look at your actions. I just look through what I don't go by what you say, but I want to see your body language. What the things that you're doing, are they in line with what you're saying with your mouth, Jigger? So that's the thing. So now for me, when I just said to myself, oh, look, I have to remove myself from this whole movement, because I use one phrase then. I say, because it is done. It is at that point, I felt everything was done. That, we had missed that chance. I mean, the public, that chance to have been able to rescue the whole thing, to have been able to grab the government, the police by their balls to do the needful. I felt that the public lost that chance, that opportunity. And I think that now, to be honest, Papariano, if you ask me that, how can that will Mohbad get justice with every individual, whether you call it what's it called, Brekete, or you say any other person, for Mohbad to get justice, now for me to kill or to believe in anybody, that anybody wants to really get Mohbad justice today as we speak, is if I see that person or that organization holding, first of all, making Nigerian police to first of all openly come out and address the nation, address the public, that look, in the first instance we failed because we never carried out main investigation for Mohbad. All we did was preliminary investigation. You understand? So now we have been authorized or whatever to do the needful. Now we want to carry out main investigation, because Papariano, look, if you look at everything that you have heard in this case about police or from police, it has always been preliminary investigation. They have never done the main investigation. How can you catch thieves? How can you catch criminals if you do not launch main investigation? Because it is through the main investigation that evidence will come out. It is through the main investigation that there will be prosecution, that there will be arrest. And I said to you today, Preno, that if the police are ready and willing to carry out the main investigation today, look, anybody they invite, whether by petition or by whatever, they are not going home, and there will be no bail for them. Because why? This is a murder case. This is a murder case, and for police to even invite anybody via a petition by an individual or by an organization, that, because when there is a petition against individual, police do not just invite the individuals that are involved in the petition. They first of all do carry out their own investigation to be sure that this is not just an issue of frivolity, not just some people you just come and just feel you can just petition one person and you think that's it. No. So they will carry out investigation. They will be sure that they have something to all the people in that against the people that the person is against. Do you get? So by the time they are inviting them, they already have they have some form of evidence already to nail them. So by the time they invite them, they're confronting them with those evidence. They're taking their statement. They are telling them, look, this is what happened. So it starts from there. That is real thing. So in the case of Mohbad, if the police would invite anybody, any individuals, that means that they must have carry out some investigation that, look, this happened, okay. They must have carried out, let's say, phone forensics. They must have contacted the telecoms to know whatever conversations that took place between or among the individuals involved in the case. Do you get? In the petition, they must have written to probably what's it called? They must have written to what's it called now? I'm talking about iPhone. What do you call now? Apple. They must have written to Apple. Do you get? They must have written to Apple. They must have written to all the authorities they need to write to, and they must have waited to get the response. So they must have been sure that we have, you see, the CCTV thing. They must have done all that. The MOHBAD'S iCloud being connected to this, they must have done all that. They must have carried out the 3-second video, whatever. They must have launched investigation into all that before inviting whether Spendi or Wumi or whatever. And by the time that is done, and Apple provides them with the video showing how Mohbad was actually playing in that house, believe you me, PAPARIANO, this is a murder case, and they have evidence against them already. They are not going anywhere. No, they're never on bail. From there, they are going to maximum prison straight, and that is from there they're going to bring them for arraignment in court. So that is when I will now know that they are serious. But you see, for as long as police even coming out to address, all I see now is that I see police and individuals making money, doing business in this whole thing. Just the same way I had known from day one that Baba Mohbad was only doing business. That Baba Mohbad was only, no disrespect to him, to be honest. He was only doing business because this was a man. It was like the moment the public allowed him to become the CEO, to become to be at the front line, I knew that this case was killed or it was messed. Because you cannot allow a member of the family in an homicide case to be the one fronting the whole thing. What if he got compromised? What if he knew something? What if he was involved in some? And that is why insane crime investigation must be how police carry out investigation. They must start with the family of procreation before they now move to family of orientation. So they are going to start with the spouse. If the spouse is now clean, they will now move to his own family to look at the relationship of the deceased person with the father, with the mother, with the brothers, uncle. They're just trying to know, was the relationship strained? Was there any fight in the family? Did they, was there any some sort of like, stuff like that could make anybody in his own family to want to buy him? So those are the things they need to look at. So when they are clear, when they check them and they're clear, now they will now move to the outside friends, and stuff like that. Business, the people that is doing business, dealings with the music, whatever. That's when they start looking outward. But what did we find? Baba just hijacked the whole thing. And this was a man, you see, look, it like to me, you guys just put burden. I would just want to say public just allow this man to they put burden on him, or he put burden on himself. Because this was a man that never understood the meaning of justice. Because if he understood or he understands the meaning of justice, you wouldn't say with your own mouth that you went to your son's house and you found a duvet filled with blood or full of blood. and you still could go ahead to give authorization for burial. Look, it doesn't, some things just, they don't make sense. They don't make sense. There is no way for anybody to understand justice. Even if it was my dog that I was called that was dead, and I got there and I found blood on the floor, I knew that that was not natural. I knew that an external factor impacted on that dog. So what happened to that dog? That's the question I'm going to ask. And if they're not telling me what is reasonable, I invite the police. So this was a man that didn't understand. Sorry, can you still hear me, Papariano? I don't know if my network is off.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, Richard, thank you. So how can such a person hijack the whole movement that the public started? If it wasn't in that picture, if he hadn't come to that picture, I can tell you, Papariano, look, two things are likely to happen at the end of the day. Because the government saw how will I put it now? They were reading the public the feeling, so they knew that at that point they had to exhume that body. But let me tell you something. I've been saying this from day one. They never exhumed that. Lagos State government never exhumed that body because they wanted to give that body justice. No, they only wanted to sort of like douse the tension, the public anger, to douse it to a certain level, and then they were now trying to see what they can do. So immediately Babamba came in. If he hadn't come in, that momentum that the public had then, I'm telling you, it will be so hard for the government, for the Lagos State government, to even know what to do. And that was why I was crying every day. It was a pain in my heart. Because look, when criminals perpetrate crimes, they are not just sleeping. As you are not sleeping, you that you want to catch them, they too, they are not sleeping. They are working day and night. How can I escape? How can I escape? And if they have got godfathers, they're going to be working together on how to make them escape the crime. That is why I've always said that criminology is the cure for criminality. As some people are sitting down thinking of crime, some people they are somewhere to thinking of how to solve that crime, thinking of how to catch that person. If by the time you launch that act, that crime, do you get? So that is where it all, we all got it wrong. And what can we do? The milk has been spilled. So at this point now, I won't lie to you. You see all of this going around, police taking money from people. That I just see people are now just profiting off this whole thing. That's what I say. Until they come out today, any organization that can make them come out, NGO, whatever, you need to make them, first of all, they must come out to the public and say, this as of today, this is where we are on MOHBAD'S case. All this thing that they are doing behind is just business. Collecting money from A, collecting money from B, collecting money from this. I know how Nigerian police, I know how it's run. These people are, they're just, they're worse than criminals on the street. So, today as it stands, I understand. Everybody wants this. You don't know how badly I want MOHBAD to get justice. But the truth is this, what can I do about it? Nothing now. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just be talking every day. It's not going to, because I know the people. Look, and now at this point, let me tell you something. Brekete saying that he wants to, look, Brekete, is it that he knows the truth? What I mean is, he knows the truth about this case, or he's just fooling around or messing around. Because if he truly knows his onions, he will know that the presidency is saying and the IG is saying that he wants to send some people to. They are actually the ones standing against MOHBAD getting justice. If you don't know, there is someone they are protecting. There is someone. And look, anybody who has heard me speak before, you will hear me, and I'm going to say it again. I think when I was on another platform, I can't remember this guy's name now. He wanted me not to talk about the president or the whatever I gave, but I forgot to actually nail it, to tell him the reason why I'm saying that is this. I have said this, and I'm going to say it again. If at all I do not want to, I'm not even going by, what's it called? This woman now, Mrs. Kemi Oluloyo. It's a research. I don't want to go by it. What he said about, the people that are involved in this case and all that. Now, I'm just saying this. If truly, I have said it before, if indeed the Elegushi king that Mohbad alleged in his own petition, if indeed this man had something to do with Mohbad's case, with Mohbad's death, or with Mohbad's, is in connection with anybody in that in that case, look, mark my word, there is no way anybody can make Nigerian president or Lagos State governor to do otherwise other than to protect this man. And because a lot of us, we don't understand, we don't know what this man means to this guy. Said, his father, the Elegushi king now, his own father was the person who appointed his own father as the Elegushi king, to be the Elegushi king. It was Tinubu. So you don't know what Elegushi means to Tinubu and Lagos State governor. It means heaven and earth to them. They will use their life to protect that man, if indeed that man has got something to do. And who am I? Who are you? Who is anybody to say that the man has not got anything to do, because they have not even proven nothing? For anybody to just say, oh, okay, my PA go and talk, that I have nothing to do, does that mean that the person does not have anything to do with? We're talking about proper investigation. Let him be properly investigated. Let all the individuals in this case, but above all, that investigation must start from inside Mohbad's house. You cannot move from unknown to known. No, you move from known to unknown when you are doing investigation, for those who know their onions. Because you have to move from the people who were in the house. They know something, they knew something, and they still know something. What do they know? Whatever it is that they know, it is main investigation that will get them talking. Because main investigation will mean, you see, preliminary. What is preliminary? Preliminary is preliminary because it is preliminary. Pre means before, and post means after. Pre is not the main investigation. Pre is just you. Wumi, what happened? Tell us your own story. Yeah, okay. Wumi just says whatever story. Okay, Adura, well, that one too says this. And, they just say, all that is preliminary. Preliminary. That is what they have said. But when you now want to catch them, when you now want to, how would I put it now? When you now want to sort of like, make your own finding as an investigator, that is when they now start to launch main investigation by comparing statements, comparing what this person has said. You said that, oh, at some hours you guys rushed out, at some hours, oh, he was stabbed, at this, but that never happened. We look at this, we found out that this never happened. If this happened, why didn't they do this? You start sort of like juxtaposing, sort of like comparing, making comparison, because you want to get to truth. Before you now start to look into forensics, do forensics, phone forensics, the CCTV in the house. Can't you see that there is a lot? There's a lot that some powers are trying to cover up in this case. And I still wonder for what? Because of what? And that's the big question. And that what is what will lead you to the answer that indeed some powerful people are involved in this thing. What did this guy get himself involved with? What was his crime? What was the offense? What did he do to them? But one thing is certain. For anybody to think that the president of Nigeria, the Lagos State governor, are going to give you support to get Mohbad justice, to be honest, that's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie because of what I know. Because of what I know personally, is a lie from the pit. I don't need to go to Nigeria to be without a finger in the toilet. I can feel the shit. I can feel everybody's shit without a finger in your toilet. So I don't need to go. I will just be here, just listen to what they say, listen to what happened, and we will be able to say, oh, this is what's going on. And that's it, Papariano. Papariano. Papariano, are you there? I know I've talked for two.
Save Jack. I think, yeah, I think he went away, maybe in somewhere doing something. He will surely come back.
Okay, I can
But
come.
like,
I just want some else stuff.
yeah, yeah. You have just said it all. You have just said it all. You said so much points that, yeah. What can we say? It's all true. You have to start in the house with the wife, people around him, and external. But all these things was not done. It was just their story, their own mouth. What they want to tell them is what they have been following, not like doing their own personal investigation, because they don't care. They don't want to look into the case. That's just the truth.
Sazot.
Maybe Papa. Yes, yes.
Let me tell you something. You see, the police, there was how would I put it now? They were asked to stop. When they were doing that investigation, when they were doing preliminary investigation, some authorities, some powers asked them to stop. When they asked them to stop, the same people that asked them to stop now took over the case from them. Look, because I know how these people work. Lagos State Governor, they had to bring in DPP, knowing fully that police have not carried out main investigation. You hijacked the case from them, the case file of the case from them, and you now gave it to DPP. And bearing in mind that DPP are just, they are lawyers, they are the government lawyers, do you get? But they are not investigators. They cannot do the work of the police. But the police can do their own work with their own, because every police person or establishment, they have both investigative departments as well as legal departments. So police can function as how will I put it now? As solicitor as well as investigators. But the primary power, the primary responsibility of the police is they are the only ones that can carry out investigation in a criminal matter, case like this, except where I don't know if they can do that, give an authorization or whatever to any other private, which doesn't happen. They do the investigation by themselves. So who stopped them from launching main investigation? Whoever stopped them, still the same person that hijacked the case from them and brought in DPP. You see, the period they brought in DPP, I just knew that they had already butchered this case, because what they wanted to do was to buy themselves time to be able to re-strategize, revise the strategy, and come up with the best story, the best way to kill the case, and sort of like push it on some other people who do not know nothing about the case. I knew that was what they wanted to do. And that was what I was saying since last year, that look, DPP, nothing is going to come out of this inquest that they're crying about. Inquest. The moment I saw that they just push inquest first, which was not supposed to be so, because the first phase of a coroner process, the killers of Mohbad would have been caught there. There is no way the police would give that preliminary investigation to a coroner, and the coroner will look at it, and the coroner will not say that, look, what are you people crazy or what? You are telling me in your preliminary investigation that somebody stabbed this guy at the show some kilometers away, Ikorodu, and you are saying that he bled profusely from this stabbing, and in the same breath you are saying that he wasn't rushed to the hospital right away. He was taken home. As a matter of fact, you're telling me that you bought into the story of the individuals in that house who told you that he was stabbed, and many hours later he was still alive. Somebody who was bleeding profusely, that blood was gushing out like water, tap, what, like when you open up, when you turn on tap in your house, you know, and then you took him home, and many hours after, like you even waited till like this following day, the next day, for this guy, for someone from another country to come and treat this guy, and you bought into this story. You see, because the coroner, the first phase of a coroner is to make a pronouncement as to whether or not the cause of Mohbad's death is known or unknown. If it is known, it's going to be talking based on the preliminary investigation report of the police. He's going to be saying, due to XYZ, the ABC, the cause of the disease, the cause of Mohbad's death is unknown. And because of this, the coroner will have to launch the second phase, which is the phase at which you medically determine the cause of death. But bear in mind, 3 phases. You cannot leave any of this phase without concluding it first. You have to make sure that you conclude the phase before you can move to the next phase. But do you see what the Lagos State government did? They were even reading the result of the second phase in third phase. So they jumped the first phase where they were supposed to publicly make pronouncement to the public that, oh, due to XYZ, having regards to the cause of Mohbad's death is unknown, and therefore we are going to launch into this. They jumped the first one, they jumped the second phase, they now move to this last phase, and they were now reading the result of the second phase instead of them to wait in that second phase to conclude it and read the result there and now say, because of this now, because we are still unable to determine the cause of Mohbad's death medically, we are now going to move into inquest, which is the final phase, third phase. But what did they do? Because they know that many of us Nigerians, we don't know anything about stuff like that. So they just slammed us. They just slapped us with inquest just to keep us busy while they were perfecting the whole thing. They knew who they were going to push the case on. They knew it was going to be some kind of nurse and whatever spendy. They knew. They were just fooling the people. And now, because when there is a systems failure, when there is a systemic failure or a system failure, what do you have? What you are going to have is crack, lacuna. Then that is going to enable some other people to profit off the system, because the system itself is dysfunctional. The system is corrupt, is decayed. So that is what is happening in this case of Mohbad. I to be honest, I won't lie to you. All this thing that is just happening is a joke. Everybody's just, to be honest, it's just a play. I've not seen, when I see the Nigerian government or Nigerian Lagos State Police or Nigerian police, when I see that they are ready to give Mohbad justice, it is easy to know. It is clear. It is easy to know, not to come and be doing some kind of dark, some kind of behind the scene. How will I put it now? Some kind of shrouded, whatever dealings with some individuals, dealing with underground, dealing with this. It's all bullshit. Everybody's just profiting off. And they love it, the money they're getting from everybody, the police. They love the money. So business is good. And what can we say? I cannot stop anybody who wants to do business. And I cannot stop anybody who wants to patronize someone who wants to do business as well. Because if you're not buying, you're costing. That's what they say. That's what they say. If you're not buying, you're definitely costing, man. So PAPARIANO, for real, I just, if PAPARIANO was here, I wish that he was there, so I could just ask him some basic questions, because there's some things there's some matters that I have a different view, completely different view from his. So if I would have loved to rub minds and just ask ourselves basic questions. Let's see, let's see what happens. Yeah, Sazot or anyone, please, you can speak. I'm losing my voice already.
Even me, I'm eating.
I'm just getting home now. Goldie, are you there? Goldie,
Yeah, I can hear you,
you there?
magistrate. Mm-hmm.
You can take over. Me, I'm eating. Let me eat first, I beg.
Why are you eating? You are eating on duty. You
Yes, so
eating on duty. I no worry, na break it. I go call for you. Say who you dey eat on duty. I mean now.
I beg. I
Break
don't
it.
know.
Go come
Maybe
to
we
say
still come.
who?
Jack, maybe wait around a little. Maybe Paparano will still come back.
Yeah,
Okay?
I can still keep talking if you want.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Continue.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, all of this, you see, Nigeria is just it's just unfortunate, to be honest. Like when I think about that country, I always sympathize with people who are living in that country because they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they are into. That is like they are in bondage, to be honest. Like, and that bondage is being created by the government, by their own the system itself. Look, if people really know what those in power in Nigeria, what they do, and what the police themselves, what they do, and what they use them to do as well, you will sort of like you will marvel, to be honest. Like, if I have some kind of power, I don't, to be honest, I will sort of like anybody that loves their lives and that does not want to waste their lives, I will, to be honest, if I have the power and means, I will gladly support all of them, like give them the monies to get out of that country. Because look, people don't understand what is going on in that country. And if you do understand, you will know that the problem of that country is I don't know, is multifaceted. Like, I don't even know where you want to start from. Because if ordinary, look, you think justice is ordinary. You think justice is common. Some people say common justice. Of course, it's easy to say common justice. But you see, as common as justice is, look, there is no system that is perfect. In the US, in the UK, in Canada, it's not like the system is perfect. No. But their system is at least close. Even God has not told us to be like, you are going to be as perfect as anything. But just strive. He wants us to strive to be a better person, to be a good person. Do you understand? So these countries, they're striving to be better. And that is why they're where they are today. It's not like they're perfect. It's not like there's no corruption in their own police, in the government. But, you know, there's a limit. There's a degree. The degree is you can see it's minute. But where you find a system that the people in that system, they are not making any effort to make that system better. All they do day and night is how to oppress and destroy things, profit off everything, get everybody's monies and make it to become their own money. That is all they do. And you see, justice is a foundational problem of Nigeria and any other whatever country you want to call it. Justice is very important. The people, I have said this before. I said it last year before I removed myself. I said that the people in Nigeria, if you want MOHBAD to get justice from the government today, which is not even guaranteed, because this government we're talking about and the police and the whole system, they are madly corrupt. And these people they're like, how would I put it now? You know, when you say people are, how do you say this now? What's that English? It's a small English, but I can't remember right now. You know, when they say people, someone is when I remember, I will use the word. These people are desperate. Yeah, that desperation is the word. They are desperate people. And you know what they say about desperate people? They say desperate people do desperate things. Desperate people, they do desperate. Do you know what that means? They do the unthinkable. Things that will naturally not come to your mind. You will say, how can somebody do that? How can a father kill his own son? How can a father cover up for his own son? But desperate people do desperate things. That is what happens. So, the reason why Nigeria is the way it is, the reason why someone like Trump can say Nigeria is a shithole, is simply because there is no justice is number one foundational problem. If the people know that it is because nobody is helping them to get justice against the politicians who steal and embezzle the monies that are meant to construct good roads, that are meant to build schools, that are meant to create, to do infrastructures, then they will know that justice is very important. Justice is actually their problem. Because the politicians are getting away from all of the crimes they're committing against the people. And you find people having, you see number of road accidents just due to bad roads. You'll be driving in Nigeria. The last time I was in Nigeria, I was driving on what do you call that road now? I can't even remember the name of the express. I almost, just moving, and all of a sudden, this big ditch on express. I would never have thought that could happen. It was crazy, like it was crazy. That I didn't even jump inside. I didn't know how it happened. But that's crazy. So if the people know that because they are dying every day because of these people, the people are dying of hunger. The people, look at Nigeria now. People are suffering. People are suffering in Nigeria. And they cannot even stand up to their oppressors. Nigeria, they don't have government. All they have is masters. They don't have president. They only have master. Their governors, they're all masters to them. They treat them like slaves. Slaves. That's how they treat the people. The people don't mean nothing to them. And that is why the death of one is nothing to them. Because they don't care. You're just a number to them. You're just a number. The people are just numbers. And that is why, even the people themselves, they do not understand the meaning of justice. So I'm not even, to be honest, I call this man a slack, Baba MOHBAD. So I'm not surprised that he himself does not even understand the meaning of justice. And let me tell you something. You see, the only thing that I let me just say this now. You see, the public, we need to understand something. We need to take it easy with the way we flaunt money and the way we throw monies at people. Look, why do you think even the Bible says money is the root of all evil? Because some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle the temptation of monies. They can't handle it, to be honest. Some people just DM them that, look, I want you, and if you change your mind, immediately they want to change their mind because you want to give them money. So, when the way the public threw money at that man, to be honest, it is mind boggling. It's insane. It is insane. It is insane. It is insane. Look, you know where the public we messed up badly now. Even I'm saying I'm just putting myself there because I'm not there. I was never a part of that. I never, from day one I came out, I said, oh my goodness, this justice you have butchered. We can't get it. With Baba MOHBAD being in, why should this man lead? This man does not even understand the meaning of justice. He can't lead. And he can be complicit in the crime itself. He could be. And as it stands today now, let me tell you something. I've always been saying this. The moment you know something in a homicide case and you're not saying something, you're already covering something. You are already complicit. You're going to jail for something. You are going to jail for something. That was clear from day one. I knew it. I knew that Baba MOHBAD knew something and was not saying something. Look, people tell you what you want to hear. When this man said, oh, he got to MOHBAD's house and the lawyer was saying, the lawyer came to him and said, what was on the ground, what was on ground, is more than enough to share. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how he said it in Yoruba. It's more than enough to share. I knew that this man was withholding information because conversations do lead to conversations. A lawyer cannot just walk up to you that you lost your son and you got to the house. You are in a money mood, and the person will just walk up to you and say, daddy, what is on ground is more than enough to share. It doesn't make sense to anybody who can think. You have to be scientific in your thinking. You have to be logical. It doesn't make sense. At that point, I said, this man lied. This man is not saying something. I knew the conversation must have been initiated by him. And I don't blame him. I'm not blaming. Look, truth hurts. Truth, it hurts. But whether you like it or not, truth is truth. At the end of the day, wasn't he himself that even used his own mouth to say, when somebody asked him question, I think it was Ishak, that, sorry, did you say anything about your child's whatever, like what's it called, property? And he even said he was the one that went to the lawyer and asked about the property stuff on the same day. Please, let us try to be less emotional. Let us leave emotions. Let us not be thinking that a mother cannot kill her own daughter or our own son, or a father, anybody can do anything. People do things. Desperate people do things. You don't know the reason why they're desperate. You don't even know they're desperate, but they know that they are desperate. And desperation can make a man do anything. That is why I always pray never to be in that kind of situation where you're going to be desperate. Because when you're desperate, you do the unthinkable. You do the unspeakable. That is what you do. So that's it. I knew there was never going to be justice. Then when Lagos State government took about and DPP, I just know, oh, okay, that's it, done and dusted. I knew it. That it was all gonna wreck. So where we are today, I had known that we will get here, but people will bash me. People see it's so unnecessary. That was why I removed myself. Trying to be abusive was, you're just going out of character. Some people are abusing you. Some people bashing for what? For what? I do not know anybody. I do not have any affiliation with anybody. I do not share contact with anybody. I've never spoken with anybody on this justice for moment, apart from DM. But personal contact, nothing. I do not. All we're here for is just for Mohbad to get justice. But when people got involved, when people got in the movement, everybody was busy chasing something different thing entirely. That's why I was saying to myself, how can I come to this justice for Mohbad? And Mohbad has not even gotten justice, and all I'm thinking is I'm already like oh, I like this one, I like this girl, I want to get I want to marry this one, I want to do this. What the fuck is that? You're here for justice. That should be your priority, man. If you want girls, there are millions of girls outside there. If I want 1,000 girls today, it's nothing to me. Nothing. To get a girl is like the simplest thing for me to do. As a matter of fact, sometimes I just want to freestyle. Sometimes I just want to do it for fun, just to know that the skill is still there. The play activity skill. But to think that it is here that I'm going to be doing that's distraction. That's distraction, man. Because I'm distracting the other person. Because I can even start using that against the person. I won't make them to speak their truth again. Because we have been doing some shenanigans behind, some nonsense. So there are so many levels that the public, we got it wrong, to be honest. People are who they are. Like Trump said, let me tell you something. Look, and I want to correct an impression. People should stop thinking. I understand people that have been supportive of him, but that love him so much. They're thinking because his father, the father of the disease. I understand, but look, I want you to understand that people are who they are. The true behavior of every human being will come out, no matter how much you try to hide it. It will eventually come out. That's why Obama said something about Trump before Trump came into power. Then Obama said, the Oval Office, that's the office of the presidency, has a way of magnifying your true character, the real you, the real character you have. You know, people may not know before, but when you get into that office will help you magnify it. It's like mirroring it big to the whole public, and you cannot hide it. And what happened? Trump got in and he showed himself. That's it. So when you surrender the movement to Baba Mohbad to take over the movement, you did not only relinquish that right, you equally gave him financial right. All the finances, you put it in the family, in somebody who is in the family of the deceased care. So now you've given him financial power. You gave him what do you call it now? You gave him is it directorial power now that I'm gonna call this now? Because it became the director of the show. And you wanted to get justice? You will never get nothing. And that was why I was saying back then that look, this thing that these people were doing, saying on the whatever that they're saying they're doing, is bullshit. These people are doing something cynical because the best way you can fight, you can get justice, especially when you believe that some powers in government, some people in the police, they're involved. The way you can get that justice is by exposing them to the world, is by coming out every second. Your lawyer coming out every minute they have dealing with them. They come out every day to do a press conference. I was saying it last year. Come out and tell the public, look, today we wrote this social petition against social individuals, or we told the police to do this, and they have refused to do it. Or they ask us to come back in 1 week, in a week's time. But by the time we got there, they're telling us another story. They're saying they won't do it. Tell the public. When you tell the public, because the public were already angry at that point, the public who cried out for the body to be exhumed, we equally, if they can do that to get exhumation, they will equally cry out to get the police to do the needful. And if it was the government that was stopping them from doing the needful, the public will cry out, and the government will have no choice when it gets to a point than to either do the needful, to do what is just, or to prove to the whole world that they are actually mafians. They are mafians. The terrorist government. It's easy. It's easy. But we didn't even get that chance. We didn't get that chance to push them to that level, because the father of the disease took over the mantle and then surrounded himself with some people. I wouldn't just call them criminals. These people are actually they're not how will I put it? If I call them criminals, it's like I'm gonna be giving them some kind of accolade or whatever. No, they're not. They're just baby criminals. They're just I don't know what to call them anyway. But I will leave it at that. But these people, all they did was just evil. All they did was just evil. To them it was business. It wasn't about justice. It was business. But one thing is clear. Let me cut this slack now. I want to say this. I will praise, or I will say not praise. I will. Is it? How do you say now? How do you say this word now? There's one word I want to use. I can't remember. I'm gonna watch Baba Mohbad. Like, no, let me see. I'm gonna be Baba Mohbad's fan, or let me say fan. Support him, or cut him some slacks. If Baba Mohbad today can come out and say, look, the public, I'm sorry about everything that happened. Let me now tell you my truth. When I got to that house, on my way to that house, some powerful people called me in the government and said, look, this case, forget about it. You cannot pursue this case. And if you try anything, you just find out that you're just wasting your time, and you can't even get into a mess, into problem with us. If you can say that's the reason why he had acted in this, is it the way he acted? If you remember, last year I was saying something. I was saying that I was hoping that the man will stop. The man will come to realization and do the needful. And I was saying that if he continued the way he was doing that time, he's going to become a proverbial there's something I call, there's something I use, there's a word I use. It's going to become a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale that people will be referring to, that you better don't be like Mohbad's dad because of some things I would have done, some bad things, and that is happening now. I wish that didn't happen though, but it's happening. But to be honest, I am not going to mock him. I won't do that. To be honest, I won't do that. I won't make a joke about his situation, because I believe that individuals' capacities they vary. Do you get? And individuals' levels of integrity vary as well. Do you get? So I understand. Some people just don't have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it, and it's not their fault that they don't have it. But the truth still remains. The only way you can justify his action, by not even pursuing. Because look, I said it before. How can anybody, if you're saying, you cannot just say that if that all you're interested in is DNA, and the moment you get the DNA is done, you can tell the killer of your, or whoever that find your son. It doesn't make sense. What you should have said was that I want my son's case to be properly investigated, and I want it to be investigated in pari-passu with the petition that he wrote, and those individuals whose names were mentioned in that in petition should be investigated, because I have strong feelings that my son's death is connected to maybe the wife's promiscuity, or you can say that you believe that the son is not your son's the child, and that you want to believe, you have every reason, you have a feeling to believe or to think that whoever is the real father of that child probably has something to do with the death of your late son. If you have said that makes sense. The police will now launch investigation into that. And if in the course of investigation, the police now have every reason to believe that the paternity of that child indeed has something to do with the death of Mohbad, then the police will be the one to they will authorize for DNA. They will be the one to say the DNA of that child must be done, and they will be the one to get that done. But the way you have the approach you have gone about it, that is familial. That is family matter. It has nothing to do with the homicide. If it's going to have something to do with homicide, it has to ensue from the police investigation. It has to be the police that carries out investigation, and the investigation gets to that point where they say that, oh, something has happened here. No. We have to. No, we need the paternity of this child to be decided, to be done, and DNA must be done. That is when you're talking. That is when you're making sense. So that is why from day one, I knew that even the DNA that they're crying about, I knew they already compromised on that one. See, as of last year, I said it. Because if you're playing chess, you need to constantly watch the moves of your opponent. You need to constantly think ahead. Think ahead. My nature of job, I have different jobs, but my nature of jobs, they require you to be, like, how would I put it? Thinking ahead every time. Like every freaking time. And you are doing like, you are having so many things to do. So many paperwork to do. So you're doing this, you're doing this. So you cannot afford to miss any. That is the way everybody should be thinking in this case. That is the way. You have to be reading your opponent's move. At some point, when I saw the synergy again, I could see that there was some kind of synergy between or among the key players, and I saw that their goal became one. They all now had one goal at that point. What is the goal of the people that we perceive to have taken Mohbad's life? is for them not to be caught. It's for Mohbad not to get justice. And what is the goal of the people protecting them, the killers? Is for the perpetrators not to be caught. At some point, and I saw that the goal of the family itself became unified with them. The goal now became unified. They were now covering up the killers too. I don't know what happened. Maybe money's exchange hands. I don't know. But I could read that at this point, these people were no longer interested in getting Mohbad justice. And the government, and the police, and the wife of the deceased. But all they wanted to do was to give some kind of they wanted to select the kind of justice they want and give the guy. Just pick some random people and say, there, that's it. Take. We give you this. That's what they wanted to do. And at that point, I saw that they were not going to even do DNA. Whatever DNA they did, I knew that they were not even going to come out to tell you. Even if I thought they did it. And they would have butchered it. They would lie to themselves. You can keep lying to yourself. You can keep lying to people. You can lie to them sometimes. But you cannot lie to them every time. There's going to be a day that they probably will get killed. They will get killed. And your lies will scatter.
Jack?
Yes?
Can you hear me?
100%.
Sorry to cut you off. Maybe let's make it a little bit interactive between, like, I want to ask you a question, please. Can I go ahead?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Like, at this point, who do you actually think ends Mohbad's life? Like, do you think they are actually outsiders that are involved in a spy, or you believe maybe everything happens at home? Because I don't know because if we listen to their statements, we can see that they never involve anybody. Or do you think they lied? All of them, please.
Salvador. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You see, Salvador, without a doubt in my mind, you see, if you want to know the truth about who actually spy Mohbad, one thing is certain: Mohbad was spying in that house, in his own house, under his own roof. That is you see that nobody can take it away. Again, you see, all the people in that house, the day Mohbad was spying, for as long as they are not talking to point fingers at whoever that actually did it among them. One person under that roof in that house did it. But for as long as they are all covering up, all of them in the house killed Mohbad. All of them in that house are responsible for the death of Mohbad. Until they all point fingers to whoever did it. If it is an outsider that gave authorization or that sent some people, they saw the people. They cannot say that they didn't see people. They cannot say that they knew what happened to this guy. And that is what I'm saying. People should not, investigation must start from that house. You cannot start bringing any outsiders without the people in that house first being held responsible to account for what they saw. Who did what? Who pushed who? Who stabbed who? Something that, let me tell you, Sazot, there was struggle in the house. One thing is clear, I don't even need to go to the house. There was struggle in the house. There was struggle. Mohbad is the kind of person, is the kind of guy, I don't know him personally, but from his video, from the way he talks and all that, he's a street boy. And that guy is tall. That kind of a guy will never go down without a fight. And if he was by way of, he wasn't aware that somebody just stabbed him unaware, that's different. He wasn't aware. Maybe, just like if I'm with let's say I'm with my brother now, okay, my blood brother, and with my brother, let's say we're talking, I'm just, you'll be free. I'm in the kitchen cooking, he's gisting with me. I wouldn't even think that he could take a knife to stab me. So you can't expect me to even defend anything because I'm not even looking at him. I'm not even thinking that about him. So that could have been what happened. If that was it, even at that, I still saw struggle. Either the guy now was trying to run for his life. You see that railing in that house, that staircase, that railing, something happened there. Maybe while he was trying to run, but because if somebody stabbed you on the neck or somewhere, I'm just saying in a place that is where you've got some vital organs, even if you run, you sometimes you may not even know the degree of what has happened to you, but you're gonna probably stumble or you're gonna fall, or it is possible you're still struggling with that person who's still trying to stab more, and then the struggle, it fell down. But one thing is happened, there was struggle. And it is that struggle that led to the breaking of the railings in that house. Something happened in that house. There was blood. Look, when police said, since day one I've been saying it, when police said there was that Mohbad bled profusely, indeed there was profuse bleeding. But where did that profuse bleeding happen? It was in that house. But the police were trying to cover up with these people or for these people by trying to paint a scenario, a story that it was from external. It was from the outside. The bleeding happened. But they could not patch that story very well. And that is why you see that we can poke holes, a million holes in the story. Because that story does not make any sense. There was profusion of bleeding. Where did it happen? It was in that house. You cannot say somebody bled profusely all the way from Ikorodu and you drove all the way to Lekki. You didn't drive him to a hospital. You didn't drive him to a pharmacy store. You didn't drive him to anywhere he could get up. You drove him home. And because for somebody to be bleeding profusely, it shows that a vital organ has been probably busted or cut off. And in their nonsense story, you will never see anywhere they said that at least a nurse or a doctor or whatever made an effort to stop that bleeding. They never said anything like that. Never anything like to stop the bleeding. So the bleeding just stopped itself. So if somebody stab you and cut a muscle, so that bleeding will stop. Without you will bleed to death in no time. And you see, the story is the oh my goodness. May Nigeria never happen to anybody. To be honest, that country, the shit hole that Trump called it. To be honest, it's for me it is now. I just see it as a prison. It is a prison because the people have been imprisoned. As we stand now, the people cannot even speak up against the government because they have so much. You see, they weaponize poverty. They have been weaponizing poverty for so long against the people, and now they have so much weaponized that poverty. As a matter of fact, they have broken the spirit of the people. The people dare not even stand against the oppressors again. They can never look up and say to the government, no, you cannot do this. We put you there. They dare not. They can't even protest peacefully, even outside their own house, let alone to go on the road and protest. Unless what they are protesting, unless it is nothing that is stopping, for as long as whatever you are doing is not stopping their incomes. But try and go to Lekki toll gate, or go to somewhere very vital in Abuja, and all of you protesters just mount yourself and say no, this place no vehicle is passing, and that is like the how will I put it now, like the economic nerve center. The same thing they did to the Lekki toll gate people, they will do it to you. They will instruct the media to go and fire all of you. Just kill you in cold blood. They don't give it. They don't care about nothing. They don't give 2 minutes. That's,
Okay.
have I been able to answer your question?
Yes. Yes, you actually said it all. Obviously, all of them in the house normally, just as you said, they must tell us if they want to tell us that it was Naramali, it was Sam Larry, or it was Elegushi. We must get the lead from inside the house. They must give us the lead. how it happened. The other question is that do you watch or listen to Berekete normally?
No, I've never.
No. Okay. But have you heard about Baba going there
Yes, yes,
last
yes,
week or this week?
yes, I did hear, and I hear on some platform where they were playing his voice. Well, I'm not sure if I heard everything.
Okay. Yeah, because Baba went there. Normally, Baba, like the way they stated this, his supporters have been saying it as Baba actually went there because of he wants Bekete to help him for the DNA issue. So, but it turns out to be accountability, so they are not happy about it. So what can you like what can be your opinion on that?
Uh,
Because it was actually a lady that called Berekete and said Berekete should ask Baba three questions, which are where did Baba do the autopsy, the private autopsy, and which one again? Where did he do it? To ask Baba about the GoFundMe, and what's again the number three? Where is the autopsy? I don't know. Why is Baba not reading the autopsy to the public? Something like that. I think that's how did they contain the profuse bleeding? Okay. Yes, so then Berekete asked Baba about the accountability, like the GoFundMe. He asked Baba to bring all his accounts, and Baba was like unable to really do proper accountability. And so that's it. That's what happened. And yesterday he came out because he promised Baba money, and yesterday he said, oh, he will not give Baba that money again because he found out that Baba actually have so much money than even him. So do you think do you think he have been actually helping this case or what?
you mean
Berekete.
Brekete. Okay, okay. What I think is this. I just think that the only thing I see in that is that it was just able to expose some things with with regards to what happens to all of the monies, donations, and whatever that that have been involved in this case. Personally, I don't know the goal, because when I heard it, the only thing I heard MOHBAD'S dad say was that like is there for him to help him to that, like is there for DNA. He's still talking about the DNA thing. He wasn't talking about what I expected from him was the only thing I want now is just for the killers of my son to be brought to book, for the perpetrators to be caught. But that was not what I heard. What I heard was just all about DNA. Okay, that being said, you see, people, we're different, to be honest. But I don't know. I wonder how MOHBAD'S dad is able to go to bed at night and sleep with his eyes closed and sleep, and able to sleep. I just don't know. Knowing things that he did, I don't know how he's able to go to bed and sleep, for real. Because I said this same thing to everybody in this justice movement who has never been honest, who has always, or who has at one point in time misled the people, not unknowingly. I mean, misled people strategically, because they knew what they were doing, but they wanted to mislead some people or get people, misled. I would say the same thing. How did they go to bed? Or anybody who has been profiting of this case, if you know that all you do, you're lying to the people, but because of what you want to get from the people, you're doing this thing, and you are able to go to bed at night. How do you go to sleep? Because I won't be able to go to sleep. To be honest, I don't know. Some people were born without conscience, without a conscience. Do you get? They were born without conscience. Some people, they were born with conscience, but probably some people killed their own conscience. Because I don't know how people do this thing. Knowing what you have done, I just expect this man. Look, Baba Mohbad needs to be, my piece of advice, he needs to be very careful in the sense that he needs to be very careful how he speaks to the public. And how when I say speak, I mean how the way he talks to the public. He needs to respect the public more than ever. He needs to apologize to the public. He needs to, even if he cannot, it's not a must. But at least he needs to really slow down the way he was going, the way he was just talking to. Look, the public wouldn't have even. Do you know that the public wouldn't have been talking? They wouldn't have been so much keen on him doing accounting for the monies, if not because of the way he was talking to them. You know, the way he was like he talks to them like the public they're nothing. He tells them like, what can you do? Like when you do something to people, and yes, I've done it. Yeah, I've taken your money, I've taken it. So what can you do about it? You don't give the public that kind of attitude. If you do that, if he continues to toe that line, I don't know whoever that's advising him. He's gonna go to jail at the end of the day. And I pray for that not to happen to him. Because all he needs, look, I've been saying this since day one, that this thing that they're doing, collecting monies profusely from the public, if this man is not careful, I said it I can't even remember, since the day I started talking, that if he's not careful, because the Nigerian government, the same police that you think they are not working, they are not giving your son justice, you will see how they will move swiftly to send you to jail at the end of the day. By the time some people petition against you, and they look into your petition and they see that indeed you committed a crime against the public. You took money. They go for me. That was why I was like, what was Ishak and Jock? What was it? What were they talking about? When they were saying that the money was discretionary funding, they go for me, and he's not liable to account for it. What are you saying, brother? What are you talking about? Discretionary funding all over the world. People set up GoFundMe, but won't you state the purpose for which you're setting up for? You state it, and when you state it, you have to act in good faith. You have to act. You cannot act contrary to that purpose. You cannot use the fundings for some other purpose or purposes. It has to be for that purpose, for the goal. The moment you do otherwise, as a matter of fact, GoFundMe. Oh, don't worry. I can next time probably I would tell the public how you punish, how you make, how you will bring that person to book. That person will go to jail and eventually. Even GoFundMe is going to prop the person. If it is US FBI, if it is in UK, there's this body. I can't remember the name now. I said it the other time on one platform. They will step in. What are you talking about? Discretionary. What the fuck is discretionary, man? You don't just use English because you just think English. Who cannot blow grammar? The English you're speaking, some people can tell you. As a matter of fact, say anything from today to tomorrow, I can break everything down into whatever they belong in English. All parts of speech, everything you say, whatever you say, what it means, what it contains, everything. It's not just to come here and start blowing grammar. It's not about English. No, you have to make sense. You have to say what is logical. That money was for a purpose. They failed in that purpose. Did they use it for that purpose? If yes, good. If no, they need to be held accountable. Accountability means responsibility. It's simply, you can just say accountability means what do you call it now? Accountability means it means answerability. Answerability, being answerable. If you're saying that anybody should not account for what they've done or for monies that they've collected from the public, then why do you want the killers of Mohbad to account for for killing Mohbad? The only reason why we are here is because we want the people that buy Mohbad to come and give account. Answerability, be answerable. What happened to, why are we saying Adura, Mumi and the rest of them? Why are we calling them out? Why are we saying that they should say what they know? It's because we want them to be answerable for whatever they have done to that boy. So now you are now saying, you see people speak from different sides of their mouths. In one breath, you're saying it is good for the people who buy Mohbad to give account. But in another breath, you're saying that it is wrong for another person to come and give an account for monies they collected from the public. All is accountability. Forget about the accountability, the account. If that is too big of too much of a big English, the simple English is answerability. Come and answer whatever it is that you've done. That's all. So Sazad, to be honest, I cannot wrap my head around what Baba Mohbad and whatever those the Kakos, whatever they did. I'm talking about those who were involved with the money. I'm not talking about all of these people that they didn't know anything about the money. Fine. And let me tell you something. I really, you see one thing about me. There are no permanent friends and there are no permanent enemies, to be honest. Those people that were supporting Baba Mohbad right or wrong before, but when it got to a level, I saw that some of them they took different positions. As a matter of some of them, they no longer hold the view they used to hold. I commend them for that. It shows that they still got some humanity in them. It shows that they're not evil, to be honest. Maybe they were just being emotionally involved. They were just being overly emotional about it. Maybe. That's why, we need to stop being emotionalist. We need to just stop being emotionalist, to be honest. We need to, sometimes you just allow your reasoning to guide you. Do not allow emotions, because emotions will just lead you into shit, into mess. Do you get? So to be honest, if the people that I personally have said it, because I knew from day one that all these things, you people are going wrong direction. So there was no way I will give a penny, contribute a dime to the whole thing, because I knew it was all to go to nothing, to go to waste at the end of the day. Because if you're a mathematician, I'm not even a mathematician anymore, but the truth is this: if you understand how maths works, it's easy. You cannot bring a wrong formula to want to solve an equation. No, you have to use the right formula to solve it. So the moment you bring a wrong formula, you're gonna get wrong answer. It's simple. I don't even need to. You look, if you're doing an equation now, if you're solving an equation, if I just look at your steps, I'll just know that. Oh, I just know that you are wrong already, and you're gonna be wrong. But in maths, I understand that in maths, sometimes they mark steps. But the truth is this: your answer is gonna be wrong. So in this case, it's gonna be wrong. Once the foundation is a mess, everything is a mess. And let me now say another thing again. Please, let us all try again. Let us not allow emotions in some certain things again too. If anybody is doing something, and you know that the way this person is going to do this thing is even crime itself. It's criminal. You cannot use crime to solve crime. This is how the law works. You cannot say because you want to catch the killer or whoever by Mohbad, and you're now going through criminal means again. You're now committing crime again in getting to that answer. You will be held accountable for your own crime as well. And your answer is going to be wrong at the end of the day, because the law does not really care about your good intention. What the law cares about is stick to the rule. The laws are laws. The laws are sacrosanct. They stand. They are very clear. They're very clear. You cannot solve illegality with illegality. No, you can't. I see a lot of illegalities going on in this whole movement. A lot. By different players. And at the end of the day, they are going to get into problem at the end of the day, because you are going to get into your own, you're going to be held as answerable for your own crime. When it gets to a level, you can keep deceiving people now, but you cannot deceive them forever. Deceive them sometimes. There will be a time that they will wake up and they will say, come on, nah, this is the height of it. This is the height of it. Nah, we won't believe, we can't stand this. And that is it for you. Game over for you. So me, personally, I belong to no group. To be honest, if Paparano is listening, I belong to no group, and I'm not one of anybody that will want anybody's platform to go down, or that will be praying for the downfall of anybody or any platform or anybody who is doing their own, living their own life or doing their business. No, to be honest, I will never in my life. I will never. But if we have different opinions on issues, if what you're doing, if I feel, no, I can't go this way with you, because this is not right. To you, you may not understand that it's not right. You may not think it's wrong, but I personally, because if I don't know it's wrong, I will go with you. But if I know that this thing, no. But to be honest, Salzot, another thing I'm going to say is this. Look, this is a lesson. There's always a learning curve. It's a learning curve. We're on a learning curve. And when we get to a level, we'll get better. Look, when you see where the public got it wrong madly in the first instance is this. When this thing happened, but because everybody just want to say something, everybody want to talk, everybody believe, I want to be there and all that. It's not about that. I have been on so many panels and I will not speak. Just like today now, if Paparano had not even asked me to, I would not probably say anything. I would just be here, just listen to people. And if I don't know I have to say something, I won't say something. So what we were supposed to do in the first instance, when the public cried out and that body was exhumed, the public was supposed to have that public representative, maybe some kind of NGO, whatever. But I understand that didn't happen because there were even a lot of nonsense when it comes to, a lot of people just stood up and, you don't even know who to believe. I understand. But another thing is this. The people that should have been the ones to handle this MOHBAD case, the public should have gotten some kind of experts. We call them, what do you call them now? We call them subject matters experts, the SMEs. The SMEs. Some people have gone through this whole thing. They've gone through a criminal case or an homicide case where maybe some people in the government, they were trying to stonewall. They were trying to prevent, to hide, to protect some people. So you try and reach out to those kind of people. You seek for them. You seek them, rather. You don't seek for something. You seek them, and then you reach out to them. You invite them to come and give some sort of expert knowledge. Because they have been there before. They will tell you what they did when they had that kind of a case, why that helped them to be successful. So in every project, it doesn't have to be your domain, but what do we do here? So many of us, we've turned ourselves to lawyers. We've turned ourselves to this. We've turned ourselves to that. Whereas we're not. We are supposed to get the subject matter experts and then let them handle the whole thing. Let them strategize for us. Let them plan the whole thing. And you will see that everything would have moved smoothly and moved very fast. The worst thing that will happen is the government at the end of the day will expose themselves by showing to the whole world that indeed we are a terrorist government, or we are people, how will I put it now? What's that word? We are reckless people. We are so reckless. We do not play by the rules. We live above the rules, and we live above the laws that we created. That is the only thing that will happen. You will so much expose them to the point that they will have no option than to either to do the needful, give MOHBAD justice, or expose themselves. But we didn't even allow that to happen at all. We didn't allow that to happen because we allowed emotions to take over. We felt that, he's the father, they are the mother, they won't do, they can't kill. Things happen. Watch crimes. I've watched hundreds of crimes where a mother, a father, they plan the death, the killings of their own children just to get some whatever. They did it. It happened. I've seen where twins, girls, twins. They were raised by a single mom, and this single mom worked her ass off, worked her ass off for these girls, and was trying to make their life better. Was trying to guide them so that they don't go wrong. But what happened? These two girls, I can't remember, maybe they were 17 or 16. They felt that this woman was not allowing them to enjoy their lives. What did they do? They came together, two of them, and planned and killed their mom. They killed her and put her body in the basement. The police started investigation. They couldn't, because the colleagues at work called that they've not seen her for some days. These things happen. But it's only, I don't understand Nigeria. We just allow emotions. Emotions. People do things. Is it not clear now today that Baba Mohbad knew something from day one? I've been saying this thing that he knew something from day one. That story does not make any sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense at all. That the wife just told you, go and what do you call that? What do you say in English now? Go and what do you call that stuff? What's the English word now? Go and I can't remember that word.
Are you talking to like the police telling the family?
No, I'm talking. I wanted to remember something that Baba Mohbad said. Wunmi said to him that
what's it called in English?
Invoke.
Yeah, to invoke
some kind of spiritual invocation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, how can you? What conversation led to that? What led to that? The only job as a father that he had in that house that day when he got there was asking everybody, what happened to this boy? What happened to this boy? What is going on here? What is this blood on this duvet? What's it all about? Whose blood is this? Whose blood is this? And why is this duvet soaked with blood? So much blood. What happened to Mohbad? The moment they are not telling him what he needed to hear, which is what happened. Whose blood? That is it. You have no business. You need not go into frivolity with anybody. You're calling this police straight. If you don't call the police that day, if you don't, okay, he's new in the area, you will cry to the outside, jump outside and cry to the neighbors. They will by themselves drive you to the police station. As a matter of fact, you give an instruction, that body must not leave that house. After all, that's Mohbad's house. Why should you take that boy orally out of the house? It's his house. He worked for it. It's not your house. Leave the body there. Whether it's smelly, who cares? Till the following day, who cares? Let the police come over and arrest those people. Take all of them in, and until they give an account on what happened to that boy. But instead, what did we have? You gave an authorization for burial. To bury the boy orally, for what? And the people that buried him again, they sort of like, that is crazy. Same day. That is I don't even need to look. Let me tell you something. I don't concern myself about when it comes to fetish, whatever. I don't care about whatever was thrown in the whatever, because even Lord does not recognize all that. So I don't concern myself with frivolity.
Okay. Network.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Sazo, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. To your network. Can hear you, Jack. Your network is giving you problem.
Wait. Sazot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think a moderator is muted. I think someone is muting me. Yeah, that's it. I just saw it now. I was being muted and I didn't mute myself.
You guys are not talking.
we have someone talking now to educating us, and you guys are meeting. Maybe it was a mistake, but I don't think
Maybe.
why any of this.
Because I just saw again now that I was talking, and then someone just muted me. So yeah,
Okay, sorry for
I was
that.
saying,
Please don't mute him, please.
yeah. So as I was saying, so that's it, Southwards. That's it. It's just crazy, to be honest. The things that people do, and they think they can get away with it, I do not understand sometimes. And they think they can get away with it when they know, because they think they're smart, and they think the system. Of course, when you understand, when you know the system you're in, they know that they can get away with some things because of the system. The system will allow them to get away with it. If they know that this thing, if I do it, because everything is clear. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. So why is it that the things that they say thou shalt not do, that those are the things that you want to do? The same God, because God even knows, God is the government. God is like the government now, telling us, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. So the same way, because he understands that for every society, for there to be sanity, for every society not to be in a chaotic state, there has to be government. The work of the government, the job, the responsibility of the government is to ensure that the society is sane. There is no chaos. The individuals obey the law, and everyone who contravenes the law must be brought to book. But what do we have in Nigeria? As a matter of fact, criminals, they are gallivanting. They as a matter of fact, they are like their number one citizens. The criminals are the number one citizens. You that you obey the law, they slap you, they knock your head, they just treat like shit, like mess, like it's just a piece of rag. So that country, for me, I don't know how Mohbad is. But the only way, I said last year, the only way Mohbad can get justice is only by the people in Nigeria. Now, quote me and quote me well. In this case, as it stands today, the only way Mohbad will get justice, it is only the Nigerians, not in diaspora. The diaspora can help, they can support, they can fund. But the Nigerians who are in Nigeria, the day they realize, they wake up and say, look, the only reason why we have been suffering in this country is because there's no justice. So this boy, Mohbad, should get justice. And they rise up in the thousands, in the millions. They rise up in all states. Peaceful protest. Mount every street. Nobody is going to work. Nothing. Make sure that the economy, but peacefully, but every street is mounted, every street. So there's nowhere for you to even go. Until Mohbad get justice. That is the only way Mohbad will get justice. When I say protest, I don't mean stage protest. I don't mean some kind of induced protest. Some kind of protest that you start organize some 50 people or 20 people and give them 20,000 or 30, whatever, and say you are doing some protest somewhere. You're just wasting, you're fooling yourself, to be honest. And you think that is what is going to get to your government to do the needful? Even when the people went to toll gate, the nerve center of Lagos State, they went there peacefully. You saw what happened to them. That was because they were disturbing the income of the government. The income of Tinubu then was being interrupted, and the man will not take that shit. What did he do? He was not even the president then, but because he owns Lagos, he could be instrumental to the ordering of the army, the military, with the armor tanks to go and shoot those innocent individuals in broad daylight. They waited till like it was getting dark a little bit. You see, these people, they are terrorists, to be honest. They are mafians. That is how they operate. A lot of people don't understand. You see this mobile scale, you don't understand what you're up against. If you understand the people you're up against, to be honest, you will stop this joke. You will know that It's not about all this donation that you guys are doing, throwing money up and down. That's not what's gonna get you MOHBAD'S justice. No. Because the main people that are standing as gate men blocking that justice is the government themselves, the government and the police. The day they give police authorization again and say, now, you can now launch main investigation into MOHBAD'S case, you will see that in less than 2 weeks, the people that killed MOHBAD, you will see them. They'll be arraigned in court. They will be arraigned in court. And by that time, police will come out to you, to the public, and tell the public, we are ready to work. This is what we are going. This is what we want to do with regards to MOHBAD'S homicide, and that is starting from social date, or we're starting today, and we're launching this. We're launching this. We're launching this. They will come and tell you. Have you heard from police? You have heard nothing. They're only sending some business people. They don't send them individuals to go and be telling you. You see, that's a joke. That's a joke. It's a joke. To be honest, everything is a joke. It is a joke. Big joke. Big joke. You see, it hurts, to be honest. It hurts. It hurts me to think that this is what these people want to do to MOHBAD. But what can anybody do about it? Are you the government? If the government, the police, the IG, they are not ready to do nothing other than to be making a mockery of the system and making a joke of the public, fooling the public. What can anybody? You can't do nothing. Even the government of US cannot help you. They cannot. There is territorial boundaries. There's limit to what they can do. You can only push. You can only expose the government to the point that the international communities will see them as, oh, these people, we need to be careful with them because they do not. You know, this is what they are. The people are against. They are against the people. They will only know that, and they can restrain. They can put what's it called on them. They can put sanction on them. They can impose sanction on them, on some whatever. But that's what they can do. They cannot send their own whatever to go and help you investigate. No, they won't. They can't. There is territorial integrity at stake here. So, you see that you and I, there is little to what we can do, nothing. But do not let anybody fool you to think that Tinubu or the IG, his boy, or Sanwo-Olu, they are somewhere to help MOHBAD get justice. To be honest, you can put £5,000 down now. I bet with anybody, if that person gets you justice, I'm giving you the money. And if it doesn't, you're giving me the money. Because it's as sure as day, it's as sure as tomorrow that it will never happen. Because these are the people holding the justice. And they're holding it for a reason. You don't get it. If the king Elegushi is actually involved in this homicide, one way or the other, as MOHBAD has mentioned his name in this petition, I can bet with my life that Tinubu will do everything with his life to protect him, because he was the one that put his father there. And hear this from me. I'm not supposed to even say this, but I will just give you a hint. That king means heaven and earth to your president. If you don't know, to Tinubu. It means heaven and earth. There is something that king does for him. He put that king there himself. He planted that king there. The father of the present king now, that's the Said, his own father. These people are not even the real Elegushi. They are not really the real Elegushi family. Somebody imposed them and shut the family up. Look, I shouldn't be saying too much, but just leave it at that. Just understand that the presidency is never going to help you to get MOHBAD justice. And if you think it's going to help you, good luck to you. So Salzot, you can come in too, because I'm losing my voice more and more.
I know, right? You have really tried. You've spoken well. At least everybody have been listening. I don't know if anybody have question for you in comment section.